Welcome to tonight's live broadcast as the West Washington Lady Senators, led by head coach Darren Russell, return home to play the Crothersville Tigers. This is Craig Akers, and I will be joined shortly by my broadcast partner for tonight, Mr. Keith Abels. These Lady Senators are coming off a good win against an upstart Orleans team. They showed that they can battle foul trouble and turnovers, but still come out with a win. Tonight, they need to play team basketball and get out early. Easier said than done. Crothersville comes into tonight's game with an 8-4 record, and this team is the one that ended West Washington's tournament run last year for Crothersville to get their first sectional ever in 113 years. Crothersville is a team that is a lot like West Washington. They play 7 girls, and most of them are underclassmen. The big difference is that Crothersville has 2 players averaging double digits. Junior Taylor Brewer is a 5'11 center that plays post and is able to stay on the ground and defend. If our girls want to try to block her shot, they have to make sure they're paying attention because she will draw the fouls on them. She's also a 68% free throw shooter, so if you foul her and she goes to the line, you can count the points. Piper Hensley is their other double-digit scorer. She's averaging 13 points a game, but most importantly, will she be able to handle the ball pressure and break the press that the Lady Senators set up? Will she be able to do that through the whole game? That's the question I've got for you, Keith. Will Piper Hensley be able to break the press of the Lady Senators?
We'll just have to see about if she can break the press. I haven't really got to see this kid play much. I know that we got some revenge probably coming in here on our minds after last year's sectional loss to them. I would like to see her handle our press. I think these girls will get out and press her, maybe try to speed her up. Let's get some turnovers, and let's take advantage of them, and let's get another good win tonight.
West Washington would like nothing more than to get some revenge on this team. They remember all too well them standing at the center of the Bulldogs court last year at Orleans with that championship trophy that ended their season. The Senators will have to clean up their game and not give up the 22 turnovers they had in the last game. Chelsea Carter is still the team's leading scorer, but has not been able to knock down the easy shots over the past couple of games that she was able to earlier this year. Other teams are focusing on her and making it harder and harder for her to score. Maddie Bausman finally came back to her normal scoring ways in the last game, and hopefully she can continue to do that tonight. Sophomore forward Cassidy Keltner has continued to impress over the past few games. She is very hard to stop inside and crashes the board on every shot. Keith, what do the Senators have to do to keep their winning ways tonight?
Well, like you were talking earlier, Chelsea Carter, you better believe she's in the scouting report for every team. They exactly want to know where she's at on the floor and what she's doing at all times. And I see her getting back on her game tonight. I think she had a couple not off games. You don't call them off games when you're getting guarded good. But she had some shots go up, but maybe get her back in rhythm tonight. Maddie stepped up. Our last game was contributed big to the team. I thought she was a big reason why we won that game. Cassidy Keltner, been playing great in the post. I see her coming out of her shell. She's really starting to take advantage of situations and opportunities that she's given. So I'm kind of curious to see how that'll be against this girl tonight. She's a fairly good-sized girl. I can see her trying to get somebody in foul trouble with using her body and keeping the defenders away.
When we return from break, we're going to sit down with Coach Russell and get his thoughts on tonight's game.
We hear it more and more when people talk about sports. We need to change the culture. No more integrity taking a backseat to performance. No more players, coaches, and fans run amok. No more too big to fail. It sounds good. It sounds reasonable. Come to think of it, it sounds like high school sports. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we know that sports are just part of a student-athlete's overall education and that there's more to the game than winning. We also know that high school sports are incredibly exciting. They're rich with tradition and bring communities together like nothing else. In a word, they're pure. More and more, that's what people want. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the IHSAA, and the high schools in this community.
Once again, I'm joined by Lady Senator head coach Darren Russell. Darren, you had a nice win Tuesday against Orleans, which moves you to still undefeated in conference play. Probably not the type of game that you wanted, a little bit sloppy. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, it was a very sloppy game, but a lot of that was attributed to Orleans. They wanted to make it sloppy, just being very physical and wanting to try and push us around, and it caused some disruption for us. But the main thing is we got out of there with a win. It's two conference victories on the road, and I mean every time you go on the road, it's going to be difficult. And down there they just come off of getting beat by Trinity at Trinity by 12 points, so they were feeling pretty good. He thought they were making a lot of progress because they were young, and they're going to get better every game. But it was not our prettiest game, but again, the main thing is we come out with a win. Again, I think a big thing that I was happy with was our defense. I thought we really pressured the ball, and Maddie, Taylor, Cassidy, the girls that was guarding Robbins, primarily Maddie, did a tremendous job. She had 9 points for the game. She had 6 in the first quarter on layups, which I'm still not sure how she got. And then she hit 2 free throws, I think, the second quarter, and then had 1 free throw in the third quarter. So, we did a good job on her on defense, and there were some girls on their team that we was going to let shoot, and if she could make the shot, then it'd be a long night for us. But we battled, we fought, and that's the main thing. We did not shoot free throws well, which is a major issue with me right now, because we've gone 3 or 4 games there where we're in between 70-80% on for the game, and it was just concentration. No, we didn't have to have those in that game, but you don't want the girls getting in a bad habit, and that's something we talked about last night.
To the Orleans team, you did give up 42 points, which is about 9 less than your season average. And with the competition you've played over the past 2 or 3 weeks, definitely a tribute to that average. But your defense is coming around, and you're able to throw a couple of different defenses at teams and keep them on their toes. What's that done to your team? Being able to run different defenses at people.
Well, they realize, because a lot of teams we play will stay in the same defense the entire game, and after a few possessions going against it, they figure out for themselves where the openings are at, and most teams don't adjust to it. So once we get a feel that teams are starting to figure out one defense, we're going to switch it up and go to something else. And these girls have played long enough that everything that we do they've done in the past, so they're comfortable with it. The thing that we're harping on every day in practice to get better at is our man-to-man defense, because I feel like especially in the tournament, that teams that play good, strong half-court man, or be able to play half-court man-to-man defense, are the teams that advance. And I want us to be very aggressive without fouling. And we're starting to pick them up full court man-to-man, and we're getting better at that. And hopefully, come tournament time, instead of having to run a 2-2-1 press or a 1-2-1-1, we can just pick them up full court and go to some run and jumps type stuff, and that'd be our press.
Tonight you welcome in a Crothersville team who is 8-4 on the season. They played in the same tournament that you did at the beginning of the year, so you've got some common opponents. But they do graduate their stud from last year, but seem to have 2 players who are really carrying their team. What do you know about the Crothersville Tigers?
Yeah, they're having a really good season. As you said, at 8-4, they won 6 or 7 games in a row after that tournament. They are better this year than most people expected them to be, and that's primarily because they had a 6'2" girl move in from Columbus East, and she's a player. She's a big girl. She takes up a lot of space, but she's also got a soft touch. She can score inside. I've watched her shoot from 17, 18 feet and be able to hit from out there. So she's added a true post player to what they already had. They had coming back Piper Hensley, who's a really good outside shooter. You play her so tight, then she's able to drive on you. So they've got an inside-outside game with them.
You talk about the Hensley girl. You're familiar with her. She played some JV for them last year, so your girls have seen her. She also played some varsity action, so it's a common person that the girls have been able to see and been able to play against. What's the way to stop her tonight?
Just we're going to stay really tight with her because last year in sectional she hit 2 or 3 threes out of the corner. I can still see it. That really gave them some momentum, and so we do not want to give her any open looks. Kind of like the Macy Robbins from Mitchell. You do not give them any type of look. So, Maddie's going to be on her, Hattie's going to be on her, Taylor's going to be on her. But main thing is we want to keep somebody right with her. They're going to have basically no help responsibilities tonight. And man, if we're in zone, you definitely got to be talking, knowing where she's at.
You just kind of segued into Taylor coming back. Taylor Fouch did come back this last game, and you could tell that it just kind of boosted your whole team, because it gave some of your girls a little extra break that they weren't able to get when she wasn't around. She was able to leak out and get a couple of easy buckets out ahead of, your zones and your attacking man-to-mans. What does she do for your team?
It's like I told the paper after the game. I mean, Taylor's not going to necessarily score 15, 20 points a game, but she's going to get you some easy baskets, and just the intensity that she has when she's in there rubs off on everybody else. And, everybody sees her, how hard she's playing, then they realize they've got to pick it up. And as you said, I mean, it gives us the ability to be able to rotate girls in and out and give them the breaks where while she was out, our guards didn't come out very much.
Your team is able to put up points no problem. And sometimes, we've already talked about your defense, but sometimes it seems like the other teams are able to break through that defense, and there's a lack of movement, a lack of sliding over to pick up somebody who gets by somebody else. How have you addressed that with your girls?
We've been doing a lot of drills in practice, just the hedging drills, the helping, because as you said, I mean, in the past we've had spells where we just watch girls drive down the lane instead of driving over. But hopefully we've gotten that corrected. They've learned to realize the value of helping your teammate and playing good hard defense. I think some of them had the mentality, well, if they score, that gives us the ball, we can get it out and go. But we want to get a stop, we want to force a bad shot, get the rebound, go, or get a steal, or make them throw it out of bounds. Do something. We want to dictate the game.
We talked about Piper Hensley a little bit. She is going to be their primary ball handler. They do average about 17 turnovers a game. Your press, you like to pressure that guard. Your thoughts, is she going to be able to handle that pressure?
I think she probably will. I mean, she's started the last couple of years, so I mean, she's used to the pressure. But in the past, as we said, she always had Kat to throw it to. Now it's primarily on her. So she may handle it for the first quarter and a half, but hopefully it's going to be a game that we're going to be able to wear them down, because they really do not have a deep bench at all. Most of their girls play pretty much the entire time unless they get in some serious foul trouble.
Talk to me about your foul trouble. It seems like you've got Cassidy Keltner straightened out, and now Cora Miller's caught the foul bug.
Yeah, no kidding. And that's what I told her. I mean, her being a senior, she cannot get 2 fouls on her first 3 minutes of the ball game and be sitting there for the rest of the half. It's just you got to be smart. And I felt like her second one in particular maybe was not the smartest foul Cora's ever made, but based on her history, I mean, she's not one that's always been in foul trouble. I think this is just a bad spell that she's going through. But, we definitely got to have her on the floor. We got to have Cassidy out of foul trouble. So they just got to be smart. I told them, I said, if you got 1 or 2 fouls on you, I'd rather you let the girl score than pick up your third foul or second foul or whatever, depending on the timing of the game.
Going along with fouls, you've already mentioned your foul shooting you're not super happy with. You've got Ryan, who's at 84%, and you've got Cora, who's at 87%, but then the rest of your team's hovering at the low 60s. I'm sure you've had them in the gym, shooting free throws quite a bit. But what's the issue with their free throws so far?
I think it's concentration. I mean, that's primarily free throw shooting. You gotta zero in on what you're doing, and I feel like that when they get up there at the line, sometimes in a game, they're not completely focused. And because we shoot free throws a lot in practice, and they got to as a team they got to hit 75% or we run. And we've not ran for a good while. And that's like they came in Wednesday night, and every time they shot, they were, as a team, they were shooting over 80%. So it's just a concentration. And I told them, I said, maybe when they do that, if we're missing free throws, I just take a timeout and we run during the timeout. And that may happen at some point. I hope not, but if that's what it takes, that's what we'll do.
Not to bring up past memories, but this is the team that did knock you out of the state tournament last year. They did pull out a 3-point win at Orleans in the sectional championship. You return almost your whole team. They lose their big star. You lose Rye. But it's a matchup tonight of two teams who could be playing, for the sectional again. What's your thoughts? How do you talk to these girls and get them through that?
We talked about it. I mean, we can look at it from a revenge factor because we felt horrible after losing last year, especially having beaten them twice during the regular season, and then to lose like that, it was tough. But that was last year, and as you said, Kat's gone, Rye's gone, and those two girls played a big part in that game. And these are new kids. We got to come out. It's another game, and it's a sectional opponent, and we've got to come out and play and hopefully make a statement. And ideally, you can get in their heads, but so that if you do play them again, they have to look back and say, oh, they've already beat us once, and it's on this floor, and so it's girls too. That's the other thing. They don't think the same as guys do a lot of times. You already mentioned it. It is on this floor. You are playing Crothersville tonight on this floor. And the good news is over the past 15 years, West Washington is 10-8. They have beat Crothersville, over 10-8 over the past 15 years. So that's good news going into. I wish it was 11-7.
I'm sure a lot of people are wishing it was 11-7. Talk to me a little bit about the health of your team. You got Taylor back. How's everybody else doing?
Pretty good. Chelsea came in last night before practice. Gosh, her leg or thigh was bothering her. I assume it's probably a deep thigh bruise. But she tried to practice last night, was limping pretty bad, so we set her out and iced it, and then she's iced today. And, we'll see what she's like right before the game.
Talk to me about your starting lineup. You switched it on me last time. What are you thinking this time?
I really don't know. I mean, I'm not completely settled on who we're going to start tonight, so it's going to be a shock.
It's going to be a surprise for everybody.
It's going to be a surprise for everybody because, like I said, we're sitting here at 3:25, and I'm still not exactly sure what route we're going to go tonight.
Okay, well, I'll be sure to pay attention when the girls come out so that I'll know who to
I'm sorry.
Tell you,
if I knew, I'd tell you, but I don't even know. So.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Coach Russell, and we'll see you after the game.
All right, thanks, Craig.
We hear it more and more when people talk about sports. We need to change the culture. No more integrity taking a backseat to performance. No more players, coaches, and fans run amok. No more too big to fail. It sounds good. It sounds reasonable. Come to think of it, it sounds like high school sports. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we know that sports are just part of a student-athlete's overall education and that there's more to the game than winning. We also know that high school sports are incredibly exciting. They're rich with tradition and bring communities together like nothing else. In a word, they're pure. More and more, that's what people want. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. This message brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, the IHSAA, and the high schools in this community.
Back to live action. Keith, we're going to run down our keys to victory tonight. We are 2 minutes, 30 seconds away from the national anthem. So our 3 keys to victory: number 1, we've got to limit turnovers. Last game we came out, we had 22 against an Orleans team. We can't have that tonight. That's not gonna be a victory if we have another 22 turnover night. Number 2, we've got to keep the ball, keep moving the ball, and find the open shots. we can't settle for a three with a hand in our face. We've got to find an open shot that is a good quality shot. We've got enough shooters around that, it shouldn't be a problem to find an open shot, especially if they're sitting in a zone. We should be able to find that pretty easily. And the third one is to stay out of foul trouble. Our bigs, we can't be in foul trouble tonight. This is a fairly tall team, a long team, so we've got to keep our bigs on the floor and not sitting beside Coach Russell, on the bench. If that's the case, they can really punish us inside. So
yeah, we can't settle for bad shots tonight. If they come out in this zone that we hear about, we can't settle for bad shots. We got to have good ball movement, get good looks, knock shots down, take advantage of their mistakes. Turnover is always a big deal. Don't go in there and just throw the ball away. Take care of it. And like I said, rebound too. We got to rebound. We've got to get in there and rebound. And no second chance points.
That's one of the big ones tonight. Is they are tall. They do have three girls who are 5'6", 5'7", and then they've got a 5'11" and a 5'10" in there too. So they've got to block out. They've got to find the ball and they've got to go get it. They can't allow Crothersville to go get it from them.
Yeah, we have to, like I said, block out, and we can't get pushed around on the inside.
We are getting ready for the national anthem. They've got about 36 seconds left on the clock. As soon as they get ready, we will cut away to the national anthem, and then we'll be back for the start of the girls' basketball game.
Gentlemen, remove your hats and everyone join in as the West Washington band under the direction of Dakota Reynolds plays Cricket Yard, Great Nation, with the playing of our national anthem.
Back to live action. We are ready for our starting lineups tonight. The Crothersville Lady Tigers start off with a 2-guard, 2-forward, and center set. Starting for the Lady Tigers is at 1 guard is the 5'6" junior, averaging 13 points, 4 rebounds, number 00 Piper Hensley. Starting at the other guard is a 5'6" sophomore, averaging 4 points, 2 rebounds, number 3 Michaela Helt. Starting at one of the forwards for the Lady Tigers is the 5'10" junior, averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds, number 5 Maddie Riley. Starting at the other forward is the 5'6" sophomore, averaging 5 points, 2 rebounds, number 35 Isabel Lewis. And rounding out the starting lineup at center, averaging 20 points and 9 rebounds, is the 5'11" number 42 Taylor Brewer. The Tigers are coached by Kevin Hensley, who's in his 9th year and has a record of 79 and 117 overall. He did get the school's first sectional ever last year in girls basketball, and that's in any sport. They up until that point, they had never won a sectional, and that was in the 113 years that they'd been around.
Wow.
So, been a long stretch for them.
I guess I never realized that.
Yeah, they've They've been close, but never actually gotten one until last year in girls basketball. So they finally did get one, which is good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
Too bad it came at our expense. So we're going to jump over to the West Washington starting lineup. West Washington goes with the same lineup they've used for most of the year. Starting at guard is the 5'5" junior, number 1, Hattie Griffiths, averaging 8 points, 5 rebounds a game. Also in the backcourt is the 5'7" sophomore, putting up 11 points and 4 rebounds, number 3, Ryan Russell. And rounding out the backcourt in the 3-guard set is the 5 foot, 4-inch guard Chelsea Carter, averaging 14 points and 4 rebounds. In the front court, they're going to start their regular 2. It's going to be the 5'10" junior forward, number 2, Maddie Bausman, averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds. And rounding out the starting lineup is the 5'9" senior forward, averaging 8.7 rebounds a game, number 12, Cora Miller. The Lady Senators are coached by Darren Russell, who is 36 and 28 in his 3 years. And this is still the 8th ranked team in 1A basketball, averaging 61 points a game. Like I said, the last time these two teams met, Crothersville came out on top with a 72-69 win in that sectional final just down the road in Orleans. But West Washington does hold the overall winning side in the past 15 years at 10-8. So they are ahead in that overall. Like I said, West Washington does come off a win over Orleans, 67-42. And the Crothersville Tigers are coming off a win over Rock Creek, which was a 67-54 game. So both of these teams are teams that like to get moving quickly, but as we've been told, Crothersville wants to set in a 2-3 zone most of the game. So we'll see if our shooters can come out and really knock down some shots.
Yeah, if we're making shots, I don't see how they can possibly stay in there. They come out and take good shots, move the ball around, knock them down. They won't stay in it long.
Officials getting ready to start the game with a jump ball. Cora Miller going to jump. We're going to re-jump that one. Maddie Bausman controls the tip.
Keep moving and get an open shot. That'd be nice if.
Chelsea Carter for 3, no good. Rebounded by Taylor Brewer. Crothersville gets out and moves the ball up the court quickly. That's a shot they're going to let Brewer have all night long. If she wants to stand at the top of the three-point line, they're going to let her have that one.
Maddie's doing a good job on Piper. They're fighting for that second rebound. We can't give those up. There we go.
Russell for 3. Bang.
There we go.
Got to sprint back once they break that press. They come out. Help pulls the ball out. Hensley for 3. No good.
Oh, ball on the floor. Crothersville comes out with it.
It's one thing we can't have. We can't give up second chance points here. Going to have a turnover there.
More good
First
defense.
of the game. Maddie Bausman with some good help defense there.
Yeah, I think I'm watching Ryan warm up. I think she likes that side of the court. She's just knocking down quite a few from that side over there.
That's where she sets up this time. Comes through to the corner of the other side. Back to Carter. Carter for 3. Bang.
There we go.
3-point goal, number 5, Chelsea Carter.
There we go. Good hands, Hattie. Oh, slow down, slow down.
Russell
Nice.
again, nice take. Playing a 4 out, 1 in. Lady Senators look like they're in a 1-2-2.
Oh, that's good. That's good defense, Hattie. There we go.
5 seconds. We're going to get a turnover on help. Coach Hensley not very happy with the way his girls are playing at the moment.
This is a good start. This is the best start we've had in a while.
Yeah, this is the best start we've had in a long time. So, Lady Senators are out to an 8-0 lead.
Good
Miller
ball
up
movement. Good
and
ball
good.
movement. There we go.
Hensley throws the ball out of bounds, but apparently Maddie got her hand on it.
Yeah, there we go.
Gonna have a travel on Maddie Riley. Lady Senators out 10-0, 5:01 left to go here in the first period.
Yeah, scoring 10 points in 3 minutes, that's a pretty good deal. Not giving up none to the other team.
Yeah. Russell for 3 from the corner.
Oh
Bang.
my.
Russell already 8 in the quarter. Crothersville breaks the press. Comes back out. Sets up their offense. Lewis for 3. No good. Brewer with the follow. Russell drives the lane. Gonna get Piper Hensley for that foul. Her first, team's first. Russell goes to the line where she is 36 of 43 on the year for 84%.
I think something happened to her hand, maybe. Not for sure, but she was grabbing it. I think he was subbing for her. She was shaking her hand.
22, Grace Wilson for the center for me, number 10.
I bet it hurts, whatever it is. I don't know what's going on, but she seemed like a pretty tough kid. She's in some pain. Might got a stinger, you know?
Yeah. Keltner comes in for Maddie Bousman. Ryan hits the first one. Second one in her hand, ready to let it go. Misses that one. Hensley with the rebound.
Well, somebody's got to pick her up.
Hensley for 3.
Oh, we got lucky there.
No
you know
good.
I don't think nobody knows who's guarding her. That Cass matched up with her.
Wilson, no good. Keltner with the rebound.
Nice hesitate dribble.
Nice hesitation dribble. We're going to get another foul. Wilson picks up her first foul. Hattie Griffiths to the line where she's 44 of 70 on the year, 63%. First one up and good. Brings the score 15-2. A little over halfway to go in this first period. Second one. Leaves it a little short. Going to be out of bounds.
Cass was still working hard in there trying to get that rebound.
Substitution. Number 30, Rebecca Cook.
Cook going to come into the game for Lewis. So Lady Senators set up in their 2-2-1 press here.
Well, that was a good ball movement, wasn't it?
Wilson with the shot. No good. Keltner with the rebound.
That ball didn't touch the floor. They moved it really good. Good
Carter
Chelsea.
down.
Ugh.
No good. Definitely a fast-paced action through this first period.
I don't think nobody knows who they're guarding. I think everybody's confused right now. We've seen a lot of open shots here in the last little bit.
Yeah.
Match up and
in a
talk to each
matchup.
other.
They started in a matchup zone, and then they've gone to 1-3-1, so it's a question of who's guarding who. Looks like they're in a 2-3 right now.
Because they've had some good looks. Luckily, they're not going in. Oh, nice look, Ryan. Way to run the floor, Cass. That was nice.
Russell to Keltner.
She's playing good basketball right now.
Yep. Lady Senators 17-2 out ahead.
Corey like a little block there.
Riley puts up the shot, no good, gets her own rebound. Wilson misses, and Carter comes out with the rebound. Down to Griffiths. Griffiths no good. Coming back the other way.
Good.
Nice steal by Cassidy Keltner. Hattie right around and up and good.
When that moves there, it looks really nice.
Yep. That hesitation dribble really works well for her. Brewer at the table, ready to check in at the next dead ball.
19-2. This is the best quarter we've had in a long time.
Yeah.
Played pretty much too foul-free first quarter.
Yeah.
2-1. As soon as I say that, we'll start dropping all kind of fouls.
Russell picks up the foul. Her first. Rebecca Cook comes to the line where she's 4 of 11 for 36% on the year. First one up, no good. Brewer comes in for
Taylor Fouch and number 2, Maddie Bowman.
second free throw, up. No good. Hattie Griffiths clears that one. Senators go to a little bit of a smaller lineup. Brewer for three.
Oh.
Good.
I didn't see that coming. Yeah, they went man-to-man now, haven't they?
Yep, they've come out of the zone into man-to-man.
Nice pass.
Nice pass by
Oh, Cass. Set back up, ain't no hurry here.
Yeah.
Let's get a good look.
Minute 13 left to go here. Brewer with a nice block. $50 seconds to go in the first period.
Oh, so she was dribbling again for a long time. Good
Keltner with a nice steal. Ball stays with the Senators.
You know, it seems like whenever another team gets a turnover, I've noticed here, and we get the ball out of that turnover, it seems like we have a tendency to make a turnover right back instead of capitalizing on it.
Right. We want to push the ball, which is good. That's what Coach Russell wants, but we've got to push the ball and
be under control.
Correct.
Yeah. If you get the turnover and you turn it right back over, we didn't really gain anything.
Yeah. Fouch is going to take the ball out now. Fausman for three. Assist to Ryan Russell. 20 seconds left to go here in the first period. 22-5 your score. Brewer up, no good. Keltner with the rebound.
9 seconds. We got plenty of time, Taylor. Ended up with Cass. Whoa, boy, that's two on her, ain't it?
Brewer going to pick up the foul on the other end. Sorry, that's her first.
First?
Yep, her first. Keltner going to step to the line. 22 of 40 coming into the game, 55%. Up and no good.
Well, I was going to wait, I don't want to jinx her, but I'm telling you what, since the Pekin game, she has been just an amazing change of a player.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
she's
she
always
plays
been
much
good.
better.
But that Pekin game, I don't know if she got confidence from that, but she has been playing lights out basketball.
Brewer with the ball at half court. Shoots. No good. We're going to step aside for a short commercial break. Lady Senators are ahead 23-5 after 1 period of play.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I thought she found that girl. They must have gave it to somebody else.
I think they gave it to Hensley. Back to live action here. Good news for the Lady Senators. We're through 1 period of play. They scored 23 points on 8 field goals. They have 6 assists on those 8 field goals. So definitely moving the ball around and sharing it very nicely. We're going to have kind of a back and forth turnover affair here. Fouch to Maddie Bousman.
I think everybody's hollering for Taylor to shoot it. The girl wasn't coming out here. She can knock that shot down.
Bousman down the lane and nice. Maddie Bousman is playing pretty much a...
They've tried that pass several times and finally got it through that time. Oh, take care of it. That girl snuck right in there.
Brewer, no good. Miller with the rebound. Back ahead to Russell. Russell for 3.
Substitution center number 10, Cassidy Geltner.
I'd kind of like to see that little ball fake or something there.
Yeah, ball fake and drive to the bucket.
Yeah, once you've started to knock down a couple.
Yeah, they're going to come running at you. So we're in a 2-2-1 right now. Cassidy gets caught out of position there. That's one that you've got to let Brewer just let her have it and turn around, keep your foul so you don't.
You know, for the most part, they've handled the press better than I thought they would have.
Yeah.
They have a lot of good ball movement.
Brewer comes to the line where she is 39 of 61 for 64% on the year. Hits that one. Makes it 25-8. Fouch up, no good. Brewer gets the rebound. Chelsea Carter going to pick up the foul. In comes Cora Miller for Fouch.
Nice deflection. Oh! Ryan Russell coming right at us.
Russell sliding, takes the slip knot and slides it right underneath the scorer's table at Claude Combs' foot. Ball inbounded to Russell. Lady Senators are up 25-8.
I think that's forcing stuff. Ooh.
Nice move by Maddie Riley for the 2-point bucket. (25-10). Lady Senators out ahead, 15-point lead here.
Let's get something to go through the bucket right here.
Russell draws nothing on that one.
Substitution, Senator number 1, Hattie Griffiths.
Hattie Griffiths comes back into the line for Ryan.
This quarter's kind of went stagnant a little bit.
Yeah, we're not seeming to move quite as much.
Yeah, the ball's not being moved as much. We played almost 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and I think we only got 2 points in those 2.5 minutes.
Bousman steals the ball.
Nice.
Up, no good.
We better get back.
Poor Miller does a nice job of getting her hand on that one to deflect it out of bounds. We're going to see the Purdue out of bounds play, which I would guess Brewer's going to flash down the middle of the lane. Brewer no good. Miller with the rebound. It's a play Purdue likes to run with their big offensive centers that they've got. They're 2 7-footers.
Yeah, they got some big boys, don't they?
So they run a play where their big centers stand at the top of the lane and then make a flash down the middle. That's what Brewer was doing right there. So.
It's a good look, Cass. It was a good assist, too, Hattie.
Yep.
You know, not to that time she looked for, you know. If she got down in there and didn't have nowhere to go, right back to Cass, wide open, knock it down.
27-10, 4:40 left to go in the first half.
We're going to give them a little bit of a zone look here.
Yep. It's like a 1-2-2 zone that we're in. Comes across to Hensley. Hensley with a runner at the elbow, no good.
Got a
nice rebound. Hattie pulls up.
I like that shot too. You know what? She's going to her bag of tricks tonight, isn't she?
Yep. Hattie already with 5. Hensley for 3.
Deep.
Brewer, no good. Hattie with the rebound. Keltner for 3.
Cass. Oh.
Keltner, no good.
Substitution, Senator number 3, Ryan Russell.
Ryan Russell comes in for Chelsea Carter. Lady Senators out 29-12, 3:35 left to go in the second period.
I'd like to see our foot stay on the gas pedal here and kind of extend this out a little more. It's kind of lost a little something. I don't know exactly what it's
Brewer up
lost.
and no good. moving the ball. You know, the Tigers are running their offense, which is good, but the Lady Senators have kind of come off of their defensive prowess that they've had the first 7-8 minutes of the game.
Oh, that was a nice look by her.
Cook unable to finish at the rim.
That's a real nice move.
Hattie down the lane,
There
up
we
and
go.
good.
Well, she's having a good game.
That's 7 for Hattie Griffiths.
Dishing out some assists, scoring some buckets, rebounding, steals. She's having a great half.
Ball out of bounds. Brewer with the turnover there. Just looks like Crothersville isn't moving quite as quickly as they were when they came out of the game.
No, they look a little bit tired, don't they?
They don't go super deep into their bench, so they only play about 5 or 6 players. So
Another
Hattie,
good
nice
look.
shot.
Get in there.
There we go.
When's the last time you seen her shoot shoe shots like that?
It's
It's been a while.
quite
ain't
a
it?
while.
It's been a long time. I'm glad to see she's doing that.
33-12, 2 minutes to go in the second period. Hattie doing a great job on defense. Going to get a foul on Miller. Going to be her first of the evening.
It seems like all their offensive sets are run through that Taylor Brewer.
Yep.
Just about everything they do offensively.
In comes Bailey Roll. You hear Coach Hensley saying, "Move, Red." He wants them to move. They're not. They're just kind of standing. There's Piper Hensley with another 3. That's no good. Minute 30 left to go. Cora Miller up, no good. Hensley with the rebound.
You don't want that one that far away from the basket.
Yeah.
Maybe a frustration foul.
Keltner comes back in to get Miller.
Substitution 35, Isabel Lewis.
Isabel Lewis comes back in. We got Maddie Riley handling the ball now instead of Piper Hensley because Maddie Bausman has pestered her pretty much the whole first half.
Yeah, I'd say she's getting tired.
Keltner going to now pick up a foul. Her second.
You reach over top like that, they're going to give it to you all day long.
Cassidy Keltner, that's her second and team's 6th.
That's the 6th for the team.
Substitution Tigers 22.
We're going to see Grace Wilson come in.
Grace Wilson.
Lady Senators are out ahead, 33-12. There's Brewer, no good. Russell with the rebound. Russell to
Nice
Hattie,
look.
Hattie up and good.
Basketball number 1, Hattie Griffiths.
Wilson for 3. Bailey Roll with the
Bailey.
rebound. Sorry, Lewis for 3. Bailey Roll with the rebound.
Right back to Ryan, right back to her.
Russell for 3. Bang. Bausman with the assist. 20 seconds to go. Lady Senators out 38-12.
They started the second quarter out slow, but they're going to finish it strong.
Brewer up, no good. Keltner
We
with the
still got a
rebound.
chance for another one here. Be smart. We got 8 seconds.
Bausman no good. Gets her own
Oh,
rebound up
boom.
and good.
That's nice, right before the half. Wow, what a half of basketball. For the
Very
West
good
Washington
half
Lady
of
Senators.
basketball for the Lady Senators. They are out 40-12 over these Lady Tigers. We're going to step away. Let us catch our breath, collect some stats, and we'll be back in just a moment.
This just in. Despite what you may have heard, life is a game. Really. Anybody that says otherwise has never played a sport. Think about it. Sports teach us useful life.
Back to live action. Lady Senators are out ahead 40-12 here at halftime. Scoring breakdown for the Crothersville Tigers. Maddie Riley has 2. Cook has 2, and Brewer has 8 for their total of 12. Lewis, Wilson, Helt, and Hensley do all get in the game but do not score. The big one, Piper Hensley, who's averaging 13 points coming in, is 0 of 6 so far from the field. So doing a great job on her. Maddie Bausman has been hounding her most of the first half. The Lady Senators do already have 2 in double digits. Hattie Griffiths has 11 on 5 of 6 shooting. And Ryan Russell has 12 on 4 of 6 shooting. She does have 3 3-point field goals in the first half. Maddie Bausman has 7 points on 3 of 5. Chelsea Carter has 3 on 1 3-point field goal. Cassidy Keltner has 5 on 2 of 5. And Miller has 2 on 1 of 2 from the floor. Taylor Fouch and Bailey Roll both get in the game but do not get in the scoring column. Crothersville, I've got them for 1 assist and 1 block, that block coming from Taylor Brewer. They do have 9 offensive rebounds and 8 defensive rebounds for 17 total rebounds, and I've got them for 7 turnovers in that first half. Lady Senators have 10 assists on their 16 field goals, so definitely sharing the ball wonderfully. They do have 3 offensive rebounds and 15 defensive rebounds for 18 total rebounds. I've got them for 2 steals and only 4 turnovers in that first half of play. That's a much cleaner game than what they played last Tuesday against Orleans, where they had 22 in the game, and I believe they have 14 in the first half, so only 4 in this half. Shooting statistics for the Crothersville Lady Tigers. They are 5 of 32 from the field for 15%. They're 4 of 21 from 2-point range for 19%. 1 of 11 from 3-point range for 9%, and 1 of 3 from the free throw line for 33%. Lady Senators are 16 of 28 from the field overall for 57%, 11 of 19 from 2-point range for also 57%, and they are 5 of 9 from 3-point range for 55%. 3 of 6 from the free throw line for 50%. I know Coach Russell likes them to be in the 70 to 75% range there, so definitely some work to do there, but all of their free throws, they did hit 1 of 2. Hattie Griffiths was 1 of 2, Ryan Russell was 1 of 2, and Cassidy Keltner was 1 of 2. Scoring breakdown by period, Lady Senators jump out to a 23-5 first period advantage, then come out and put up 17 in the second period, where the Crothersville Lady Tigers only get 7. So they were able to stretch that lead out a little more in the second period, even though they did start off a little bit slower than what we probably would have liked. Keith, thoughts on the first half?
They're playing good basketball right now. Hattie Griffiths is playing an amazing game. She's doing some great things with the ball. You go as your leader goes, and I consider her the leader of this team. With the ball in her hand most of the time, she's made a lot of good decisions tonight. Sometimes she gets down in there and she tries to force it in there with the trees. A lot of good decision-making by her. Team's shooting good. They didn't stay in that zone very long, did they?
Nope. It's going to be very hard to play zone against this team when they're knocking down shots.
Once he's seen them start going in, I didn't think that was going to last. Went man-to-man. Hey, if they would have played, these girls would have played with this level against Orleans, because just from what I'm seeing with these girls, I think that they're either maybe just a little better than Orleans or right there with them. And that's the funny part about this game. You come out one night, this team is not a bad team.
Yeah.
It's 40-12.
Yeah.
And Orleans have been the same situation, man. It's just a lot of good team basketball going on. Everybody's stepping up. Everybody's got their roles, and everybody's doing a good job. Cassidy Keltner, big stepping up. Maddie Bowsman with their defense. The list goes on and on,
Yeah. This is the same Crothersville team that played South Central to within 5, I believe, and lost by, I believe it was 12 to Trinity Lutheran. So, it's a team who has played some teams that, we're going to see in our sectional games. And 40-12 after the first half, that's
yeah. I'm sure that their coach came into this and he wasn't expecting this outcome right here.
No,
and really, they're not playing bad. We're knocking some shots down. They're not knocking shots down. They've got a lot of good ball movement. They are getting some rebounds, but we're just, how many 4 turnovers?
4 turnovers in the first half is what I've got us for.
Yeah, anytime you can control the ball like that, man, you watch like 50 Cent says, watch the money pile up.
Yeah. When you can handle the ball and play at the pace we do, and only have 4 turnovers in the first half, that's a heck of a game there. So we're gonna scan the crowd a little bit. We've got a little bit of a crowd here tonight. We'd like it to be a little better, but we do have the younger Senator Winter League basketball team here in the house tonight, and they're cheering on the Lady Senators. So we're going to step aside, take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back for the start of the second half of play here. Oh, wait, we're going to stick with you because Jaron Roll was just drawn for the half-court shot. So we're going to let him shoot that, and we will see that's through the First Harrison Bank. So he is going to be our half-court shot.
Get in
He
there.
lets it
Get
fly.
in there. Oh!
Very close. Very close. Hit the back of the rim, but didn't end up falling for him. So we're going to step aside, have our break, and we'll be back for the start of the second half.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Indiana learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
We're back to live action. Lady Senators do come out and look very good in the first half. 40-12, only 4 turnovers. Got 2 girls already in double digits. It's one of those games that hopefully they can come out and match that intensity in the second half. They've already come out from the locker room with a little under a minute 30 to go.
I'd say that halftime speech went pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know that Coach Russell could have asked them to play much better than what they did. I'm sure he's got some small adjustments, but overall that was a really solid half of basketball from these girls. Probably the best half I've seen them play in quite a while.
I'll agree with that. And I'm not so for sure. That was just, I don't know when's the last time we've had 4 turnovers in a half.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's happened. So that's an amazing stat right there in itself.
Yeah. Crothersville does come out from the locker room. I'm sure that their halftime speech was a lot different from Coach Kevin Hensley. I'm fairly positive he was not very happy with the way his girls played that first half of basketball, and he's got some major adjustments that he's going to make. They do rely heavily on Taylor Brewer, who did have 8 points in that first half, but that's not going to be nearly enough to do the heavy lifting that they've got to do to get back into this game where they are down 40-12.
Yeah, these next 3 minutes, this half, if we keep the foot down on the pedal, you might break their spirit right here with 40-12. But if you let them hang around, you never know what can happen.
Right, that's the thing that this Lady Senator basketball team has to realize. Hey, keep your foot on the gas, keep going, and let's see what we can do. Both teams go back with their normal starting lineup, the same lineup that they started the game with. Lady Tigers do get the opening possession of the third period.
I'll give the team, Crothersville moves the ball really well. And it seems like always moving, back cutting or sliding. You don't see a whole lot of standing around.
Yeah, they definitely run a motion offense where they've got a lot of people going through, setting screens, to get open, but everybody's got a job to keep moving, hopefully to get a mismatch on somebody somewhere. And most of the time that's going to be on Taylor Brewer down low. Right now the Lady Senators are out in a 2-3 zone. Going to make the Lady Tigers.
If they're going to keep this pace, I don't know if they know it, but they're down by quite a few.
Yeah. And the Lady Senators are going to make them shoot them out of it. The Tigers aren't a great three-point shooting team. They are 23% on the year. Lewis puts up the shot. It's no good. Maddie Bausman down with the rebound. Bausman for three. That one good.
The hot shooting continues. Now we're going to come out and go man-to-man, it looks like.
Yeah. Switching up defenses. Hensley down the lane. To Brewer. Brewer up and good.
Basket by 42, Taylor Brewer.
Cora Miller for three. Bang.
Oh, man.
Everybody getting in on the action on that
right.
three-point field goal. Somebody's got to stop ball. Yeah. Maddie Riley down the lane.
So what kind of deal? If these girls stay under 10 turnovers, would you be willing to maybe me and you, if we'll set a little goal here, if they stay under 10, we'll buy them a pizza dinner from Papa John's. I'll go in with you on some pizza.
There we go.
If they stay under 10 turnovers,
we're going to get a pizza dinner for them.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, especially for a team that's averaging almost 17 a game. So Brewer with a nice rebound, up and good. Ball going to stay with the Lady Senators. They are out 46-18.
Nice.
Nice bucket there by Cora Miller. It's her 7th point of the evening. Ball movement around the top. Maddie Bausman with the rebound.
Controllers, Hattie.
Hattie out top. Up, no good.
That was a good look.
Bausman with the rebound. Hattie drives back down.
Cora
Miller. Good shot.
That's 3 buckets in a row, ain't it?
Yep.
Somebody's got the hot hand.
It's a nice problem to have here early in the third period. Brewer down the lane. Passes out. Swings the ball around. Hensley for three. Piper Hensley for three. Gonna pick up a foul.
Going to Cora again.
She's hot. Keep going to her. I believe they're gonna get Brewer for this foul. It's gonna be her second foul.
42, Taylor Brewer. That's her second. The team's first.
Cora Miller goes to the line where she's 13 of 15 on the year for 87%. First free throw, up and good.
Tigers a substitution.
Grace Wilson going to check back in the game. Sorry, yeah, Grace Wilson. Second free throw up, and good. .430 left to go here.
And Maddie's still out there hounding her.
Brewer underneath. No good.
Maddie coming down the middle.
Carter up. No good.
Oh, nice hustle. That's what you want to see when you're still up big.
Yep.
Kids still
Kids
acting
still
like,
hustling.
yeah.
Kids still going after it.
Oh, she might have got away with
That was
something there.
looked a little bit like a carry.
You got 3 girls back here.
Hattie going to pick up the foul.
If we could have ever got out of there.
Yeah.
It was tough, though. She was surrounded.
Foul on number 1, Hattie Griffiths, her first, team first on the line. 2 shots, 42, Taylor Brewer.
Taylor Brewer goes to the line where she was 64% coming into the game. First one up, no good.
Substitutions for the Senators will be number 20, Taylor Fouts, and number 10, Cassidy Kelton.
2 seniors check out of the game. Both Carter and Miller come out. Brewer's second free throw attempt looked much better. It was up and good. 52-22, Lady Senators out ahead by 30.
Nice pass.
Nice
Look at
pass
that.
to Keltner.
Don't get much better than that.
Number 10, Cassidy Kelton.
Lady Senators in their matchup. They throw over the top to Brewer.
Basket by 22, Taylor Brewer.
Russell leaves it.
Good hustle, Taylor.
Russell makes a nice save, but unable to keep it in bounds.
I like the communication, too. I like the girls, how they're talking to each other tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Keltner going to pick up a foul there. Going to be her third.
Foul on number 10, Cassidy Kelton. That's her third.
54-24, 3:11 left to go. Coach Russell instructing, watch Piper Hensley. She's the one. You don't want her to get a hot hand.
Oh. I thought Taylor was going to sneak in and get it. Under control. Just pick it up. Oh. She snuck right in there, didn't she?
Brewer unable to finish.
Swing it. That's
Keltner, no good.
That's not Cass's game.
Keltner with her own rebound, though. Hattie, no good. Keltner back in again, pulls it out. Brewer going to pick up another foul, her third. Bowsman able to control that one, even though Maddie Riley gets her hand on it. Nice pull-up shot there by Hattie Griffiths. Pulls up for the shot, unable to hit, and then Keltner's going to pick up the foul.
She came in and picked up 2 quick ones, didn't she? That's something when you get in a little bit deeper. You don't want her to come in here and pick up 2 that quick.
She needs to get into the fourth period of play with two
Three
fouls.
or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maddie Bousman with a nice steal.
I'm with you, though. I still like 2. She can play a little more aggressive with 2. Still running after it. Oh.
I think our pizza deal is safe.
What are we up to now?
Right now I've got them at 10, so they got to go a quarter and a minute. Actually, a quarter and a minute 40 without any.
I guess I should have upped the ante instead of pizza to steak, maybe. I don't
There you
know.
go.
Whatever they like. I don't know what kids eat these days.
Or
Ramen noodles?
There we go. That's what. That's in the budget. We can get them a box of those. Ryan Russell picks up her second.
They seem to be popular at our house.
Wilson goes to the line, where she came into the game 10 of 19. That one up and good.
How do you say it anyway? Ramen or ramen?
It depends on who you are.
Yeah.
You can say it either way.
I've heard some different things. I've heard people call them different things.
Second one. Up and good. Rebecca Cook checks into the game. Lady Senators still up.
They're going to put a little press on it,
54-26.
like. You know, there's gonna go. Nobody, I don't think, was.
Russell for 3. Short. Hensley with the rebound.
Good ball.
Miller with the block. Bousman running the break.
Taylor runs the floor good.
I believe Maddie Riley got a block there. So we trade blocks. Helt for 2. No good. Russell with the rebound.
Oh, well, shoot.
Foul's going to take some extra steps.
Substitution Senators 23, Bailey Rowe.
I think she couldn't believe how wide open she was. When she caught the ball, there was no one in front of her.
Bailey Roll comes in to give Ryan a break. Lady Senators still out ahead, 54-26. A minute left to go in the third period. A little bit of soccer going on in the corner. Cora Miller kicks the ball out of bounds. Kind of an awkward place to inbound the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie Riley down the lane. Nice little floater.
She's not a bad little player.
Nope. Plays kind of that in-between game.
Here she comes again.
Brewer with a nice pull-up. Gives her 17 so far. On her way to her 20-point average.
Might as well just get the last one.
Yep.
Here.
Settle in for the last one.
Or take it.
Or not. I mean, that's always an option, I guess. Hensley, no good. So we're going to step aside, catch our breath, be back for the fourth period.
Have you noticed? Sports today are different. Today's athletes are bigger and stronger. They run faster, jump higher, and hit harder than ever before. But there is one thing that hasn't changed about sports, and that's the importance of practicing sportsmanship. At the Indiana High School Athletic Association, we like to remind you that winning isn't everything. The way you play matters, and a true champion plays the game with respect. For the opponent, for the coaches, and for the officials. True champions practice sportsmanship with the same degree of intensity that they play the games themselves. Sports may evolve, athletes may change, but the mark of a true champion will always be the same. Play like a champion. Practice sportsmanship. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in your community.
Back to live action where the Lady Senators are out ahead 54-30 going into the fourth period of play. They are going to get possession of the ball here to start the fourth period. Lady Tigers are going to put some defensive pressure on them.
Yeah, I say everybody's coming around her. I don't think she realized.
They have the jump ball there.
24 points is a nice little lead, but I wouldn't want to get too comfortable with it right now.
Yeah, this is where the Lady Senators need to kind of keep their foot on the gas, keep pushing this out.
I'd at least like to see us win by 24 or a few more.
Put a nice kind of exclamation point on this week of play for the Lady Senators. Hensley with a nice move, unable to find her shot though.
Well, she couldn't get away from Maddie. She was trying, but she just couldn't get away from her.
Nice job by Hattie Griffiths to get her hand on the ball, unable to control it though.
I'm telling you, she's a player.
Brewer puts up the first one.
Right before she did that, she really is a good low post passer. I mean, when she gets the ball down there.
Yeah, she's able to find other players.
She's really good at that. We can't start getting sloppy with the ball. She's going to bring it up. I didn't think that was going to be a good idea.
Not what Hensley wants.
Yeah.
So kind of a fury action there. Chelsea Carter misses one. Bousman gets the rebound. Rebecca Cook picks up the foul underneath. So Maddie Bousman's going to go to the line where she's 18 of 30 coming into the game for 60%. First one up and good. Second one. Up and off. Russell had nice position but unable to grab a hold of it. You can tell these Tiger girls are definitely tired. All of them have played most of the game. Brewer gets the shot up, but unable to knock it down, then knocks the ball around. Ryan Russell gets a hand on it, but unable to control it. Brewer up and good. It's a nice out-of-bounds play by the Lady Tigers. Hattie Griffiths down the lane. Brewer challenges that shot. I believe they're going to get Maddie Bousman on this foul. It is Maddie Bousman who picks up that foul.
Substitution for the Senator will be 20. Taylor Bounds, 10. Cassie Reynolds. Have a timeout called by the Lady Senators. 30-second timeout.
Lady Senators do call a timeout here. It is a 30-second timeout, so we're going to stick with you. You know, the Lady Senators are playing a fairly clean game so far, even though they do have 11 turnovers. You know, they still are playing a pretty good overall game here.
Yeah, that's a great number. With 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you just don't want to let it grow anymore. Don't let it grow anymore.
Russell tries to step in the passing lane, but unable to get it. Now she comes out with it anyway.
Nice deflection by Cass. Good finish on the other end by Ryan.
Ryan Russell with a nice bucket. Gives her 14 on the evening. Hensley going to turn it over, trying to get the ball inbounds against Maddie Bausman. This is where the Tigers need to find the shooters.
Well, double screen action up here, whichever way she wanted to go.
Coach Russell very animated that was a push-off. Coach Russell still letting him have it. Gonna get a foul.
All ball.
Maddie Riley says that was all ball. So, her first of the evening, only fourth of this half for the Lady Senators. Maddie Bausman going to go to the line.
Nobody ever takes responsibility of their foul.
No, everybody wants to say that it wasn't them.
I've never fouled a day in my life.
In comes Chelsea Carter.
And I can't believe you would try to call that on me.
Maddie Bausman steps up for her second attempt. It's up and good. Stretches that lead back out to 25. Lady Senators are up 59-34. Hensley for three.
Yeah, she's really having to work. She's having to work for all of her. Oh, she's having to work for all those looks to get open. And the rush. It's just good defense by Maddie staying with her.
Yeah.
Getting her frustrated.
Maddie's been in her face all night long. She's her 100% defensive
every time she turns around, she's like, there she is.
Right on her.
There she is again. Oh, that was off.
That was off of Cassidy's forehead. Brewer no good. That one up and good. Carter up and good. It's very difficult to guard this team when they play this kind of offense at this pace, moving up and down the floor.
And like you said, I think you can start seeing the wheels set in, making, because Crothersville's getting tired.
Yep, Brewer up and good again. Gives her 25 on the evening. Bausman going to pick up a foul there.
Well, I guess if that other girl complained about it being all ball, that one looked like it was all ball too, so they're even now.
Going to be her second.
That one looked pretty good from over here.
Maddie Riley steps to the line, where she came into the game 18 of 26 for 69%. First one up. And good.
Substitution will be 35, Isabel Lewis.
Isabel Lewis comes in. Gives Grace Wilson a break. Maddie Riley for her second free throw attempt. That one up and good. We're going to score 61-40. Lady Senators out ahead. Russell already spotted up, ready to shoot. Russell goes to the deck hard, but no foul. Lady Senator ball out of bounds underneath.
Nice cut
Bausman
there.
at the elbow. Nice bucket. Gives her 15 on the evening for the Lady Senators' leading scorer.
Oh.
Brewer going to pick up a foul on a bump there. Going to be her fourth. Still only 5 on the Lady Tigers.
Foul 42, Taylor Brewer, her fourth, and team fifth.
Put a little pressure on. I think say Cassie should be able to put the Jets on. Oh.
Cassidy misses that one. Hensley comes out with the rebound.
It's like Cassidy hit that second gear. Just got all the way around her.
Russell playing some good defense. Brewer up and good. Those are 27 on the evening.
She's a ball player.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
Good idea by the Lady Senators. Come out, set up some offense, run some clock. Chelsea Carter misses. Maddie Bausman with the rebound. Now Maddie Riley.
I was going to say, I thought that was us.
We're going to see a whole slew of Senators come in.
Substitution for the Senators will be 32, Lexi Griffith, 42, Gracie Ingalls, 22, Allie Brown, and 20,
So we see Coach Russell get in a bunch of his JV players who didn't get a game tonight.
Don't leave her.
Riley with the bucket from the corner. Throw ahead to Allie Brown. Allie Brown unable to hold on to it. And we're going to get a turnover coming back the other way. Minute 41 here to go. Lady Senators out ahead 63-44. Lady Senators have been ahead this whole game, have never trailed. There's Brewer's 5th foul, so she's going to foul out of the game.
I told Gracie when she came in, I said, get her out of the game, Gracie.
So she's going to be out of the game. Grace Wilson comes in to replace her. Brewer does have 27 points on the night, so a good evening for her.
Yeah, she's a heck of a ball player, man. It was a joy to watch her play tonight.
Yep. Fouch gets the ball inbounded.
Oh, take care of it, girls.
Hensley drives to the bucket. Gonna get to shoot some free throws here. I'm not quite sure. There's a whole bunch of Lady Senators underneath. Could pick who you want to call that foul on. Looks like they're going to give it to Taylor Fouch. Her first. Piper Hensley to the line. Only has 3 points in the game.
That's hard to believe, you know what? Done a really good job locking her down.
Piper comes back to the line for her second attempt. That one up and good. Hattie Griffiths back into the game to handle the ball. Lexi did get a little bit of time in at the point, but Hattie's back in. There's Bailey roll underneath, up
nice.
And good. Hensley to the bucket. Hensley had 2 attempts there at it, was unable to get either one of them.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to hear her shooting percentage at the end of the night. Because I'm telling you, it's not going to be very good.
Coach Hensley not very happy with the way his girls are running the out-of-bounds play. Does call a timeout 30-second timeout with 52.8 seconds left to go. The Lady Senators are out ahead 65-45 over the Crothersville Lady Tigers. Definitely a different style, different type of game than what was played last time these two teams met in the sectional finals over at Orleans, where the Lady Tigers did come out with the victory 72-69 to get their school's first ever sectional title in the 113 years that they've been in the IHSAA. So definitely a different outcome tonight. They're trying to get Piper Hensley open. Hattie with the steal. Off a deflection by Taylor Fouch. We're going to get help, I believe, with the foul. It's going to be the 7th on the team. So we're going to go to the line for 1-on-1 for Hattie Griffiths. Came into the game 44 of 70 for 63%. First one up and good.
She's really got her free throw shooting. It seems like under control a little bit. She struggled there at the beginning of the season. Now she's got ice water.
That's what you want from your point guard at the end of games. So we're going to see Lexi and Gracie come back into the game for the final 43.4 seconds. Hensley still trying to get her shot. Finally does find some open area.
Good legs.
Lexi is able to get a hold of it. And then we're going to have a turnover. 16.9 left to go. Wilson for 2. No good. .7. So Crothersville still adding some pressure here. Lexi is able to get it over half court. They do get it to Allie Brown, who shoots it. No good. Lady Senators do win 67-45. We're going to take a short commercial break and be back with your game stats and hopefully talking with Coach Russell. We'll be back in just a moment.
If an individual student athlete or team wins a high school state championship, it's an amazing thing. It's also just the icing on the cake. That's because young people in Indiana who participate in education-based athletics are already winners. Studies show that win or lose, participation helps to impart skills they can use to enjoy greater success in other areas of their lives. School sports teach the benefits of teamwork, the value of self-motivation, and the importance of accountability. They also help to foster stronger work habits and higher levels of self-esteem. In other words, the true value of school sports can't be measured in terms of wins or losses. If an individual or team goes to state, it's an incredible accomplishment. But regardless of the outcome, today's student athletes are already destined to go far. School sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back to live action here, where the Lady Senators do pull out the victory over the Lady Tigers, 67-45. Shooting breakdown goes like this. Piper Hensley has 4 points on 1 of 12 from the field. She was 1 of 7 from three-point range and was 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Maddie Riley had 10 points on 4 of 11 shooting. Grace Wilson had 2 points on 2 free throws. Cook had 2 points on a 2-point bucket, and Taylor Brewer had 27 points on 12 of 25. She was 11 of 23 from 2-point range, 1 of 2 from 3-point range, and was 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Lady Senators, on the other hand, do get 4 in double digits, led by Maddie Bausman, who had 15 points on 5 of 7 from the field. She was 3 of 5 from 2-point range, 2 of 2 from 3-point range, and 3 of 4 from the line. Ryan Russell had 14 on 5 of 9 from the field. Hattie Griffiths had 13 on also 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And Cora Miller had 11 on 4 of 5 overall, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Chelsea Carter chipped in 5 points on 2 of 10, and Cassidy Keltner had 7 on 3 of 8. Bailey Roll chipped in a 2-point bucket. Also getting into the game were Taylor Fouch, Allie Brown, Lexi Griffiths, and Gracie Abels. All of those get in but do not tally in the score column. Non-scoring statistics, the Lady Tigers had 5 assists, 2 blocks, 15 offensive rebounds, 13 defensive rebounds for 28 total, and I had them for 11 turnovers in the game. So they cleaned it up quite a bit in the second half. West Washington, on the other hand, they did have 14 assists. They had 2 blocks, 10 offensive rebounds, 24 defensive rebounds for 34 total. They also had 5 steals, and I had them for 20 turnovers, but a lot of those came late in the game when the non-starters were in the game for the final minute 40 of regulation. Shooting statistics, the Lady Tigers were 18 of 63 for 28%. They were 16 of 46 from 2-point range for 34%, 2 of 17 from 3-point range for 11%, and 7 of 11 from the free throw line for 63%. West Washington breakdown, they were 25 of 51 for 49%, 18 of 36 for 47% from 2-point range, 7 of 13 from 3-point range. That's the shooting that
nice.
You know, Coach Russell knows that these girls can do. Once again, that's 7 of 13 from 3-point range for 53%, and they were 10 of 14 from the line for 71%.
Another good percentage.
So, scoring breakdown by quarter, West Washington jumps out to a 23-5 first period advantage. Second period come in with a 17-7 advantage. Third period do get outplayed by Crothersville, 14-18. And then the final period, the Lady Senators do get outscored 13-15, but remember the starters were not in for the final 2 or 3 minutes of the game. We are now joined by Coach Russell. Coach Russell, great game. You know, you came out, played came out and played a heck of a first half, and you know, were able to hold on for a victory, 67-45. Your girls' best first half of basketball I've seen them play in quite a while.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about at halftime. You know, we came out very focused with a lot of intensity, and that's what I told them at halftime. That's the hardest and best we have played in several weeks. And, you know, the challenge was going to be the second half. You know, I told them, you can't play the scoreboard. You got to go back and continue to do what we did in the first half. That do not lose focus. Do not start forcing things. Just continue to play the way we played the first half. But it's hard. It's hard when you have a lead like that, and kids they're mentally dead right now with finals, you know, today, and then they got to go home and study tonight. So, you know, that's a little bit of an excuse. But when you got a team down and, you know, ready to go for the jugular, that's what really good teams do, is they put them away.
And your team did that. They had this game pretty much wrapped up at halftime. You know, they played very well. You know, you talked about your free throw shooting before in your pregame. Came out tonight. I had you 10 of 14 from the line for 71%. You know, your girls came out and knocked down the free throws when they went to the free throw line. But the stat that really jumps out at me is the 3-point field goals. 7 of 13 for 53% from 3.
Yeah, we were smart on our threes. You know, we weren't forcing. We were shooting them in rhythm. We were shooting them in the offense. And, you know, the concern was coming in, we knew that Crothersville was going to come out in that zone. Would we be able to get the shots that we wanted, or were we just going to start firing stuff up? And I thought first half especially, we ran our offense extremely well, made a lot of really good passes, was patient, and we got the shots we wanted. I mean, there was a couple times there in the first quarter that ball went around the perimeter quicker than I've seen it in the 3 years I've been here. So, that's what we've got to continue to do.
It definitely looked like your girls have bought into your offense and are willing to move the ball and get the ball to the correct position to find those open shots.
Yeah, the first half. The second half, I thought we did a lot of forcing. And, the shots that we hadn't taken the first half, shots we didn't take very many of the last couple games, but there in the third and fourth quarters, I felt like we was not running the offense the way that we need to. But all in all, that can be expected. Like I said, the main thing is we got out here with a win, and the thing that I don't like is that it ended up a lot closer than what it really was.
Well, that's true. The Brewer girl for Crothersville did come out and get 27, but it did take her 25 field goal attempts to get that 27 points. You played a pretty good, defense on her. She did have 8 rebounds inside, but, for a team who needs her to have those 27,
she only had 8 in the first half. I mean, most of those came in the second half when, and it starts with our defense. We played great defense in the first half and limited her to 8 points, and then the second half she gets 19.
Right.
And that's just the focus. But the other thing is
Piper Hensley only had 4.
Yeah, none in the first half, hits 1 3 in the third quarter, and then a free throw in the fourth. Maddie, that's 2 games in a row. She is locked down, the other team's best perimeter player. I mean, the Robbins girl at Orleans. Then tonight, Maddie is starting to get back into the groove of playing well and doing the things that we need her to do.
The Hensley, I had her as 1 of 12. From overall, she was 0 of 5 from 2 and 1 of 7 from 3. So Maddie was in her face the whole night. There were times where Piper got the ball at the three-quarter court, and Maddie was in her face the whole time.
Well, and that's the other thing we want to do when they've got somebody like that, because I've seen her, bring it up, run their offense, and just pull up from 3 or 4 feet behind the 3-point line and bury it. So I wanted Maddie picking her up full court, not even let her get the inbound pass. So Maddie had to work hard tonight, but thing of it is Piper had to work twice as hard, and she didn't like it too well.
Yeah, I had Maddie for 15 points on the night, so she played a heck of a game on the defensive end, but also got a nice job done on the offensive end. So that's 2 games in a row that Maddie Bousman has been back scoring.
We're back, 4 girls in double figures. Again, pretty balanced scoring.
Yeah.
And like I said, that Taylor Brewer, she's a player. She is I told Greg she's probably one of the better interior passers too. When she gets it down there, finding when she comes and gets that double team, she knows that girl's there. So she was really good with that. So, but that Piper, you could tell she didn't even want to. Even when she got a shot, it was rushed and her feet weren't set.
That's what we wanted.
And she was just never in rhythm ever.
Yeah. So.
Well, Coach Russell, thank you for your time. Great win tonight.
Yeah.
We'll catch you Tuesday before your next game.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'll be at New Washington Saturday.
Oh, sorry, yes. I won't be there Saturday. So you've got a ball game Saturday. Good luck at New Wash, but I will be back talking with you Tuesday for your next home game.
All right. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you. We're going to name our player of the game tonight, and it is going to be none other than Ryan Russell, who started off the evening with a 3-point bucket right off the bat. She did have 14 points on 5 of 9 shooting. She was 2 of 4 from 2-point range. She was 3 of 5 from 3-point range and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. But here's the statistics that I really like. She had 4 assists and 3 rebounds. She hit the defensive rebounding backboards, no problem. She had 3 of those. She did have 1 steal and only had 1 turnover on the evening, so a pretty clean game for her. So big shout out to Ryan Russell, our player of the game. With that, we're going to go ahead and wrap up tonight's broadcast of West Washington Livestream. Once again, thank you for your support, and always spread the word about being able to watch the games live through our Facebook page. Final thoughts, Keith?
Hey, they played a good game. They came out here and beat a good team tonight and handled them pretty good in the first half. Like Coach Russell said, you'd probably like to see some of it carry over to the second half, but it just didn't work out that way. But they had enough in the first half where they didn't really need it. So great game. Let's keep this roll going.
with that, West Washington Livestream will be back in action tomorrow night at the Holiday Tournament as we switch to the boys game. The boys will be playing Salem. Misty Jones and Mark Gibson both will have the call of that as we do play, once again, Salem on their home court. We should be live around 7 o'clock. We do play the second game, so it will be pretty much like a varsity game, the start time, so it's close to 7, and we hope to see you then. For Keith Abels, this is Craig Akers, and we'll see you next time.